We welcome you to the New England Sports Village in Attleboro for tonight's SEC high school ice hockey matchup. We got the biggest rivalry in the conference tonight. It's going to be the Somerset-Berkley Raiders, who come in at 6-1-1, 5-0 in conference play. They will travel to take on the Dighton Rehoboth Seekonk Co-op, 6-3 record, 2-1 in the conference. Hello, everyone. My name is Keegan Hamblin. I'm play-by-play. Brady Fontaine is our color commentator today, and Grant Flood is running our camera for our DRS Hockey on YouTube channel and our Berkeley Community Access TV. Now let's get right into the last game for DRS. They played Narragansett, and that was capped off by an Adam Bastos hat trick. What are you looking for him today in this big game?
I think just heavy offense. If he can make some plays on the puck, he's been a goal scorer and assist maker, so just a good timely goal from him would be clutch for this Falcons team.
And he's going to take the face-off against Raiders captain Luke Garvin. First line out there for both sides, Evan Sylvia, Adam Bastos, Aiden Booth for DRS. It's Cam McKenna, Luke Garvin, Kean Stafford for Somerset-Berkley. We are underway. It's the Raiders in blue. It is DRS in white. Off the face-off, Mason Sullivan will take it in the back. And Kean Stafford turn it over. A shot right away is blocker down by Brandon Silva. Tie up on the left side. Adam Bastos gets to it first. Luke Garvin trying to help poke that puck free. Booth was in there as well. It's going to come out of the zone. Captain Connor Dexter will take it. Gets it away to Connor Van Varenwyk. Made McKenna stumble on the way. Dexter pops the puck back into the air. Gonzalez tapped it forward to Stafford. It's a delayed offside at the line. Now Mason Sullivan, also in his last game for Somerset-Berkley, Brady, he also had a hat trick in that 5-1 win against Bourne.
He's definitely going to be a player to watch then. Two high goal scorers, both hat tricks in last game. Going to be key players to watch here tonight.
And that shot attempt is saved by Sam Bastos. So one save from each of the goaltenders. Let's introduce them. Sam Bastos for DRS. Started every game, played in every game. He's only missed less than 4 minutes on the year. 6-3 record, 2.77 goals against average, save percentage of .918. For Somerset-Berkley, Brandon Silva, 5-0-1. 1.66 goals against average, save percentage of .921. Without a doubt, these are the best two goaltenders in the SEC. That one is taken over by Brett Axon. Challenging Marcos. That one got on Silva. And Jack Rothwell is going to have the angle for this one. We'll have Nate Mello and Liam DeRocher on his right. Goes to DeRocher in the zone, 3-on-2. DeRocher does a move. Backhand goes wide. Anthony Diallo gets to it first. Diallo makes a spin. Now a tie-up on the puck. Mello coming in to help. Brett Axon in there as well. Dylan Messier wristing it wide. That one got by Liam Blunkush as well. Rothwell takes down a man on the board. Marcos over to Nate Mello, finding Jack Rothwell. Rothwell hit the stick of Evan Sylvia, and Adam Bastos takes it in the back. Big conference game, but not as big of a crowd as we've seen in the last couple home games for the DRS side, but still a very good showing from the faithful nonetheless. This is Liam DeRocher off the board trying to fight Aiden Marcos. A little bit behind him, but DeRocher gets back to it first. Mello over the middle, taken over by Van Varenwyk, and right back to Dylan Messier. Good move by Sylvia. Messier cross ice. Preston, the shot goes high off the glass. Messier again goes to the backhand. That one will come out of the zone. Aiden Booth switching to the forehand, leaves it low, trying to find Sylvia. Bastos across, and Sylvia was right there on the other side of the post. Dexter again, it comes out, 1-on-1. Aaron Preston against Van Varenwyk. Preston blocker down, follow-up try. Pimentel didn't get all of it, and it springs the counter the other way. We're going end-to-end already, 3 minutes in. That one is not offside at the line, says the referee. It's turned over, chance for DRS. The shot saved by Silva, follow-up try, and Booth couldn't get to it. Now he will. Booth, backhand, will dump it in deep. Axon couldn't beat Mason Sullivan to the puck. We'll go around. Gonzalez leaves it for Marcos. Cross ice to Mason Sullivan. That one nearly got turned over to Seth Almeida. Took a touch, no icing. This is the freshman Diallo now. Pass Pimentel, and Mason Sullivan sends that one into the DRS bench, and we finally get our second whistle of the game. And as always, our second whistle. Brady, it's time to meet the head coaches. Let's start on the DRS side.
So head coach for DRS is going to be Tom Fekta. He's in his 9th season as head coach for the Dighton Rehoboth Seekonk Co-op. And the head coach for Somerset-Berkley Raiders is Kevin Snyder. He's in his 21st season as the head coach for the Somerset-Berkley Raiders, and he is the all-time wins leader for the Somerset-Berkley Raiders.
And these are also the 2 longest tenured coaches in the SEC as well, so lots of experience going all the way around tonight. Sam Bastis will have the face-off on his left side, and it's going to be Brett Axon against Luke Garvin in that circle. First line back on for the Raiders. McKenna took a hit on the side. Diallo and Almeida were in there. Gonzalez keeps it in. Backhands it down low. Blenkush gets it out. Trying to find Seth Almeida. Kicked it forward with the skate. Goes to Luke Garvin. They would have had Stafford on a counter. And we had a delayed offside as Lush had to get back. The other 5, Mason Sullivan takes over. Good move. Sullivan holds it up. Backhanded to the middle. Gonzalez one-timer high off the glass. Follow-up try still loose, and it's in! Kean Stafford gets the Raiders going. 4 minutes and 5 seconds in. It's 1-0. Now, did they blow it dead, or what's the signal? Now, they're saying the faceoff's in the end, so this must have been a disallowed goal. Yet Stafford celebrating. And it looks like it's going to be no goal. So I apologize for jumping the gun on that one. Booth takes over. This is a 2-on-1 break. Sylvia's on the left. Booth tried to get it across. Sylvia back to it. Loose in the crease. DeRocher finds it for Somerset-Berkley. Backhanded out by Marcos to Rothwell. We'll send it in the zone past Dexter. Rothwell's going to beat Evelyn Crane to the puck. Sylvia finds it. Gets it up to Booth. Booth on the left, and a good defensive play there. We got another delayed offside. That was Messier, who played for the Northeast Generals last year, was on this ring too. Mello, a shot saved by Bassis. Mello stumbled on the ice right on the end board. Crane trying to get it up. Sylvia to Booth. Sending it into the zone a little bit too far for Adam Bastis. Bastis has 11 goals this season. He's got the DRS team lead. Rothwell missed it. Sent back in by Lush. Marcos around. Diallo lets it go. And we are going to have an icing. I want to see what, after we get a look at it after the game, I want to see why they disallowed that goal. It looked like Stafford was celebrating. I don't know if Bastis covered it or what the signal was, and that might have been off the line. I didn't see it, though.
I think it might have been goalie interference there, Keegan, that ended up waving that one off.
It could have been minor incidental.
There was no sign, so.
Yeah, it could have been minor incidental contact. Otherwise, it would have been a penalty. So we'll see what it's going to be. We'll get a look at that film later on tonight, and another icing's going to be called against Somerset-Berkley. Now, we'll talk about Kean Stafford for a second because it looked like he got that goal. He's got 6 goals on the year. He was a transfer coming in from Houston, Texas, played for the Wild, which was a double-A team. But he's made his mark, 21 goals in his first season and a half with Somerset-Berkley. This is Mason Sullivan now. Burst of steam over the red line into the zone. Sullivan, good move. Sullivan, a shot saved by Bastis. The rebound, Diallo picks it up. Axon sends it in. Sylvia gets it up to Preston. Preston, good dangle. Here he is, Preston, low shot, save, rebound, and there's the goal. Somerset-Berkley now is on top 1-0. It is Aaron Preston on it, his second goal of the season.
That's got to please the coaches there. I mean, great second effort to get that shot in the net to beat Sam Bassis 5-hole. He capitalized on his own rebound from the shot. It'll put Somerset-Berkley up 1-0. Just a great offensive effort.
5:56 will be the time of that goal. That is Aaron Preston's 6th career goal for the Raiders. And we had something fall on the ice. That might have been a necklace or a chain of some sorts. They're going to bring it over to the scorer's table. So Somerset-Berkley once again getting that lead against DRS that they always want. Tap forward. Could be a chance for the equalizer. Booth is in and he roofed it. Now, if you remember last year when we were here, the last time that Somerset-Berkley traveled to DRS, Aiden Booth was the one that equalized it at 1-1. Here's Garvin trying to hold it up. Gets back to it. Garvin around for Kean Stafford. That's captain to captain. That one hit the skate of Van Varenwyk. Booth trying to get it out. And Stafford mishit it. Looked like off a DRS player, and it'll come back in the Somerset-Berkley zone. Messier. Good move by 2 people to poke that puck free. He had Garvin. Marcos around the boards. That one went by Garvin, and Dexter will restart. Garvin trying to work now against Aiden Booth. Bastos couldn't get it to Booth. Marcos will step forward. Marcos wristing it high. Follow-up try. Came right in front. And another good hit on the side and an extra shove there from Van Varenwyk. Got to be careful. No arm goes up. Stafford turned over, and this is a breakaway chance for Brett Axon. Moving in. Oh, and it goes up high. Silva might have gotten a touch on it.
I think he tried to get too cute there.
Oh, hold on. We got another one. Kean Stafford in to double the lead. Saved by Bastos. Oh, boy.
I think both those guys, both the Falcons and Somerset-Berkley Raiders there, both on their breakaways. You had Brett Axon on the breakaway. I think both the guys for each team just tried to get too fancy, too much stick work, instead of just taking a quick shot on net.
Now we know both of these goaltenders, very tough to beat them, especially in those breakaways. Gabe Gonzalez sends it across to Mason Sullivan, a little bit behind. He'll send it on the backhand down low to Rothwell. Nate Mello off the side of the net. Brett Axon gets it away to Colin Lush. Lush over to Seth Almeida. He was ready for this game. He was one of the first 2 or 3 guys in the building around 3:30 this afternoon getting ready for this one. Liam DeRocher to Mason Sullivan. Sullivan knocked off at the red line. Gabe Gonzalez, the freshman, picks it up. Glenn Cush cut down the angle. Lush will send it down, and this is going to be an icing against DRS. Now, while we have a second, let's take a look at our SEC standings. And Somerset-Berkley right now leading the pack. 5 wins, no losses, no ties. DRS is in 3rd place. They are behind Bourne at 2nd, but a tie or a win from DRS will put them right back in 2nd. Also in those MIAA standings, DRS is number 5 in Division 4, and Somerset-Berkley is number 13 in Division 3. So Somerset-Berkley, similar stretch so far to what they had last year. Booth in. As Bastos, Booth a shot wide. Can Adam Bastos pick that one up? Gets it to Anthony Diallo, trying to fish it out of his skate. Good work from the freshman to keep it in. Evan Sylvia now fanned on it. Might have been trying to send it around or get it in the middle for Aiden Booth. Diallo again at the line. Sends it down low. And Gabe Gonzalez picks it up, gets it over to Sullivan. Does a good move by Evan Sylvia, almost knocking him into the end board. Mello, DeRocher, the spin, couldn't get forward. Rothwell, Mello, and they couldn't find it. And this is going to be a 3-on-2 counter if they hurry. Anthony Diallo, Adam Bastos now. Bastos chops it up, and Silva gloves it. Now, it's not just me, you, Brady, and Grant we want to thank. We got other help coming in today. Our 2 stats people that are on the right side of us, Matt Brangiforti, a.k.a. our stats boy, and Emily Markey, our stats girl, doing great work over there today. And as they've been doing all season long, Connor Dexter hustles to the puck, sends it off the board, 6 minutes to go. 1-0 Somerset-Berkley on a goal by Aaron Preston. Axon trying to work against Messier, gets that puck free. Messier finds it first. Dylan Messier. The defender walking forward now. Gonna step in the zone all by himself, saved by Bastos. Pops up, Sylvia gloves it down. There was a stumble, follow-up try, goes right across the crease from Dylan Messier. Preston now. Messier trying to find Preston again, held in, Pimentel at the line, save, rebound, chance! Sylvia put it wide on the left side of Bastos. Comes out to the line again, Aiden Marcos, that slap shot, high off the glass and wide. Pimentel, Sylvia in front, Preston around, gonna hold it up now. Another try in front from Carter Sylvia, did not work. The other 20, Seth Almeida walks away with it. Messier didn't want anything on that hit from Almeida, and Marcos gets in the back. Aiden Marcos up ahead. This is where he had that game sealing goal last time. That one hit the back apron of the net, came right in front. Garvin settles it down, and we got another 2-on-1 the other way. This is Aiden Booth with Evan Sylvia. Booth holding, sends it, tried to feed it across, I should say, and it was blocked down by a stick. Preston got it by Dexter. Stafford trying to hustle to the puck, close race to it. Dexter gets to it first. Sylvia knocked down by Garvin. Stafford with the reach, couldn't get to it. Evan Sylvia trying to work against Gonzalez, makes the move. Sylvia holding across, and that one goes wide. Van Varenwyk sends it around the boards, trying to find Aiden Booth. And Mason Sullivan takes over. Well, we're about 11 minutes in. This is where it was 5-0 Somerset-Berkley when they played at the Driscoll Arena. Brady, what are your thoughts so far overall?
Both teams very good offensive zone pressure in this first period. Probably the best offensive first period we've seen from the Dighton-Rehoboth-Seekonk co-op team here at home, as they have not been a strong first period team here at home. They've had a lot of chances. The puck just not wanting to find the back of the net so far for them. They'll look to try to find the back of the net the last 3:48 of this period.
Lush makes Gonzalez miss on that one. And Kean Stafford will start it up on the left side. McKenna, did he get a touch to it? I don't think he did, but it didn't make it all the way down for an icing. And this is Connor Dexter over the middle. Great work here from the captain. Dexter in by 3, by 4, trying to leave it. Lush finds it. Has Axon in the middle. That's where he goes. Axon knocked off the puck trying to find Almeida. And it's going to go all the way around. It's going to die down right at the faceoff circle. Dexter gets it by Stafford over to Almeida. Axon sends it in deep. Once again, sent around, and the icing was waved off at the last second after it went all the way down to the red line. Tap back. Blenkush trying to cut the angle down against Garvin, and he did. Diallo off the boards, held in. Mason Sullivan trying to look for a tip from Stafford. It's not there. Stafford working to keep that puck in the zone. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. That one will be sticked aside by Sam Bastos. Bastos is in a crowd of, I'd say, about 20 or 30 students and some family members down along those end boards. That's where we've seen the big crowds all year. That one tapped up. Finds Aiden Booth. He's 1-on-1 against Messier. Booth trying to get a shot away. He does, and he hit the post with the shot.
That's unfortunate. That's going to be the best scoring chance this period for the Falcons to try to tie this up. Goes right off the post for Booth there.
That close for an equalizer. No cigar, though. Liam DeRocher. It's going to go by Blenkush. They're waving the icings off. I don't know why DRS is trying to let that puck go down. Bastos sends it up, and that is going to be no touch, and that one will go down for an icing with 1 minute and 37 seconds to go. Let's take a look so far at the DRS season results. They started out big win against Medway on the road, 5-1. Got 2 more wins. That was the overtime Old Rochester win, and then that 6-0 stomping of Diamond Durfee, which was the co-op at the Driscoll Arena. Then they struggled in that Prout tournament, winning only 1 out of 3, and that one is tapped out by Axon, but Nate Mello finds it first. Then they rebounded after the Prout tournament, got that win against Apponequet. then lost against Somerset-Berkley 2 weeks ago, and then last week, that 7-4 win against Narragansett. And this one is going to go to the side, and we are going to have a penalty coming up, and it's going to be Somerset-Berkley to the power play.
Not a good time to take a penalty here if you're the Falcons. You're down one late in the first. You're trying to just go down one to go in the second period. That is not a good time to take a penalty at all.
It's not going to help with the guy going into the box either, Brett Axon. Big penalty kill player.
Especially strong penalty killer there, Keegan. But the Falcons have had a strong penalty kill this year, excuse me. We'll see if they can't kill this one off.
Be DeRocher and Bastos on the face-off circle. Nate Mello was lined up on the right, and Kean Stafford was on the left. Mason Sullivan walks forward, sends it across. Stafford holding, takes the shot, saved by Bastos, and then that's off the line. And Stafford's not happy, but his goaltender, Brandon, does that all the time. And both of these guys, they've been doing it all season.
You'll see it from some of the best goaltenders. They'll throw that net off every now and again, sneakily.
Now, is it strategy, or do you think it's intentional, accidental? What do you think it is?
I think most of the time it's strategy. Sometimes it's intentional. And then every now and again it's accidental, but most of the time I think it's intentional.
That one cleared down. That's good work there from DRS. Silva will stick it aside and is going to send it off the boards and almost back into the zone. Mason Sullivan picks it up, enters in again, falls for Mello. Mello holding with 40 seconds to go. Band on it. Sullivan picks it up. Has Garvin at the line, that's where he goes. Down low to Kean Stafford. Back out Sullivan. That one comes out. Good work there from Adam Bastos. Still pressuring Garvin on that puck. DeRocher gets by Bastos for the moment. Now has to work against Dexter, and he's hammered down into the boards.
That is a hard hit right there. Do not want to be in the receiving end of that hit.
5 seconds to go, and that should do it for the first period. Luke Garvin will hold it up, and there is the buzzer. Great first period overall. The only score so far is Aaron Preston for Somerset-Berkley. They got the road lead 1-0. They're going to have a power play for 50 seconds to start the second. We will be right back after this short break. All right, we are back here at the New England Sports Village in Attleboro for the start of the second period in today's SAC ice hockey matchup. Somerset-Berkley currently on top of DRS 1-0 on a goal by Aaron Preston. We're going to have a special guest joining us for the start of the second period. Former Raider, also an announcer around here, formerly for Somerset-Berkley, now at Endicott, Rhode Island College. Mr. JJ Sylvia. JJ, how we doing?
I'm having a great time, just coming out to support the Raiders once again. Obviously rooting for a particular number 20, but of course I love watching Kevin Snyder's boys get in action.
Now, you've played DRS many times in your playing career. What makes it different than any other matchup?
Well, I think a lot of the time what makes this different than others is, and a nice pin there by Silva, but I think what makes this particular matchup so important is that a lot of these kids grew up around each other. They know who they are, and they have to separate themselves from those off-ice situations when you get on the ice, because we're going to battle.
And that immediate attempt 17 seconds in from DRS, that hit the outside of the post, and then Silva knocked the net off the line. Now, Brady and I were talking about that because we've seen from Sam Bastos, Brandon Silva all season long, the net keeps coming off. Do you think it's deliberate, accidental, or strategy? What do you think?
Well, I do have to speak from a little bit of experience. Coach Brian Horta always preaches with his goaltenders to make sure that they're getting across those posts as quick as possible. And I think a lot of the times that just is what is plaguing Silva. He's just being aggressive and making sure he gets across that post.
Luke Garvin will send it down to Kean Stafford. 6 seconds on the power play for Somerset-Berkley. Stafford tried to feed into the middle. It wasn't there. Mello gets it right back to Stafford, to Luke Garvin at the blue line. Penalty is over. Axon's out of the box. Sullivan across, handled by Stafford, blocked down by Adam Bastos. Now, the Bastos history of hockey runs deep in the family. There's a former alumni here, Noah Bastos. He's in the building tonight, so good to see the family and former players coming out to support the teams.
And that's been the story, Keegan, as long as I've been around this Somerset-Berkley program. All the families come out. It's a family affair. The community comes out, too. It's phenomenal.
Shot attempt there by Connor Dexter was saved off the face mask of Brandon Silva. Now, you said last year when we had you on for our Somerset-Berkley Blue Raider studios that you thought the question wasn't if Brandon Silva was the best goaltender in the SEC, if he was the best in Southeastern Massachusetts. Does that still stand true to you?
I mean, based on the performance that I've seen from him thus far this season, I mean, we can talk about breakaways, we can talk about cross-ice passes, backdoor feeds. He's got it all.
Sam Bastos gets another save off Nate Mello. That one came right in front, and we got no goal, a washout signal as Liam DeRocher tapped that one in.
That no goal, Keegan. I think it was played with a high stick.
I think the net went off the line again.
I think it was played with a high stick or it was kicked in. I don't think that one's going to stand.
And, oh boy, here comes Snyder right to the edge. He's not happy about that. He wants an answer. I know we were talking, JJ, when that happened. It looked like it was a clean goal off the side from Liam DeRocher. Maybe the net was off the line again.
Anything could have happened in that situation, but one thing I can guarantee is Kevin Snyder is going to make sure he has a meticulous understanding of what just happened, because you can see it from here. He's definitely displeased.
Now, if that net came off the line, maybe more discussion going on right now is maybe a penalty he wants to be called, because we saw that a few weeks ago when DRS played Apponequet. They ended up calling a penalty on Sam Bastos for intentionally knocking the net off the line about 3 or 4 times in a 5-minute stretch. But I think it was good from the referee to originally give it a washout signal before any more celebration incurred. And Sam Bastos is going to have the face-off on his left side with Brett Axon and Aaron Preston taking it. Another tie-up, follow-up try, right on goal to Sam Bastos. Now, we talked about Brandon Silva being the most likely number one best goaltender in the SEC. Sam Bastos, he's not that far behind at number 2 because his play so far this season has been phenomenal.
Oh, in terms of the way he's been playing, it doesn't get much better than that. And when we talk about some of the players that have stood out for me for Somerset, Rothwell is one that has really impressed me. Jack Rothwell, his sister was a state champion with Somerset-Berkley field hockey. He is a bulldozer, an absolute menace of a player. One of those players you need if you want to be a championship team.
That last attempt went right across the crease, and Dylan Messier picks it up. They'll stay behind Silva. We're 2.5 minutes into the second period. That one will go around the boards for Rothwell. Axon knocked it down off his stick. Van Varenwyk gets back to it. We get another delayed offside at the line. Springs forward for Somerset-Berkley and Aaron Preston. Into the middle for McKenna. Follow-up try. Loosen the crease. Another try. Bastos got a touch on it. Marcos, the follow-up, sticked aside by the senior netminder. Rothwell again. Does a move by Almeida. Rothwell knocked off the puck. And that one's going to squirt by Aiden Marcos and out of the zone. Now, you mentioned Jack Rothwell, been phenomenal for you this year. It was maybe the first 2.5 years of his Somerset-Berkley playing career. There were questions arising. Was he living up to his expectation of not for when he first came to Somerset-Berkley? But you think so far he's doing good this year, and he's got 5 goals to his name as well.
Yeah, and all of those 5 goals were because of that grit and grind mentality that I'm seeing from him. It's something that you can't teach and you can't coach in a hockey player. You either have that heart and that will to just fight your way to the net and score goals, and Jack Rothwell has it. And trust me, Coach Schneider and his entire staff appreciate it.
We had another whistle and a stoppage of play behind the net. Adam Bastos was in there as well. Once again, we'll recap what's going on in the SEC tonight. We got Old Rochester traveling to Greater New Bedford Vogue. That game also started at 5 o'clock. And then we got in about 2 minutes our time, Bourne is traveling to the Driscoll Arena to take on the Apponequet Lakers. And the icing's going to be waved off here. Aiden Booth gets to it first, knocked off by Gabe Gonzalez. His brother, Christian Gonzalez, is also a former goaltender for Somerset-Berkley. Only played 1 year, though, here.
Yeah, and in terms of goaltending for Somerset-Berkley, they're about as deep as you can get. if you look at the team that they even have this season, Brandon Silva, obviously, as we've talked about, one of the best in the business. And now we have this new freshman coming in as well, who's now a sophomore. I'm referring to him as a freshman because of last year. But obviously, Gavin Rodrigues has his own name to claim. And as he goes through his career, I'm expecting big things from him as well. And it's been a 6 to 7 year thing now with Somerset-Berkley. Solid goaltending across the board.
Yeah, because we remember Dylan Belshore. He was the previous goaltender before Brandon Silva. Didn't quite live up to the play of Brandon Silva, but he was an important piece that helped Somerset-Berkley win so many games in the past.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, Dylan isn't one of those players that when you look at the highlights, you're like, oh, it's extravagant. But my, oh my, he gets the job done. Every time we played, he was making those tough saves. He was getting into traffic, fighting his way through screens to see the puck. He knows what he was doing.
Mason Sullivan, the alternate captain, will send it around the boards for Nate Mello. Goes back to Gabe Gonzalez behind on the right. Mello trying to find it out of his skate. Dexter knocks him off the puck. Falls for Jack Rothwell in the zone. Rothwell has numbers in front. DeRocher, a shot. Never got through in the follow-up try from Mello. Went on frame. That one is going to go down for an icing. Now, before we say farewell to you for a little bit, I know you've been doing a couple games for Somerset-Berkley hockey in the past maybe year and a half or so. You were the announcer before I was for Blue Raider Studios. Any interest on coming back at all, like full-time for a full season, or no?
Well, I do have to say this, Keegan. With the focus that I've been able to put on my teaching profession, I'm not sure if you'll ever be able to pull me out of the classroom that I've fallen so deeply in love with, but when I have free time, I'm always willing to help.
There's going to be a time where I'm going to have to refer to you as Mr. Sylvia instead of JJ, John, whatever the case may be. But you're doing great stuff in college, and I know you're going to keep it up and do good stuff. Also with that Endicott, Rhode Island College broadcasting as well. Messier gets it on frame to Sam Bastis. JJ, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get Brady, our color commentator, back in just a second. Take care. Keep doing good stuff.
Thank you so much, Keegan. Go Raiders.
Now, for any of you watching on our YouTube channel, we're doing it for both Berkeley Community Access TV and our DRS Hockey on YouTube channel, so we got to be right down the middle with it. JJ's a former Somerset-Berkley hockey player himself, so always good, the former players, Brady, just coming back and enjoying your old school that you used to root for and sometimes even play for.
Oh, always great to recap those core memories. You look at older guys, even in the pro leagues or high school leagues, they look back on those memories, and those are the memories that you live for. You end up telling your kids, your grandkids. Those are the stories you tell there.
Another try, loose right in the crease. Carter Sylvia almost got to that. And that one is too far for Evan Sylvia. Icing will be waved off again. Dylan Messier gets to it first. 10 minutes to go in the second period. Still 1-0. Aaron Preston has the only goal of the game. Booth tried to make a move. Dexter finds it. Knocked off by Braden Pimentel. And it's sent back in deep again, but the puck came out of the zone. Curtis Sylvia got the touch. Blenkush gets it up to Adam Bastis. Couldn't walk forward in the zone with it. Preston right back on at the third line out there for Somerset-Berkley. And the first for DRS. Booth holding, sends it across. Bastis got the touch. Booth another try. Blocked down by Messier. And Ada Marcos will start up on the left side the other way. Glove down by Sylvia. Couldn't find it. Marcos gets back to it. Marcos trying to walk forward. And that puck squirts free to the side to Adam Bastis. This is where he's been the most deadly. Takes the shot, gloved by Silva. And Cam McKenna gets it around for Carter Sylvia. Now, the unofficial saves in that first period were 13 for Sam Bastis and 9 for Brandon Silva. So I haven't been keeping track. We do have our stats people, again, on the right side of us, keeping track of that. But both goaltenders so far, I think that's been the main aspect of play so far, just the saves that they've been making.
Both goaltenders keeping their teams in this game, especially Sam Bastis for the Falcons. This game could easily be a lot higher scoring-wise for the Raiders if it wasn't for Sam Bastis in net for the Falcons.
That one will come out of the zone. Oh, Cam McKenna stumbled as he was trying to get to it, and it was going to go down for an icing anyway, but good hustle there from the sophomore. Cam McKenna really, even since the start of last year, he didn't have too much playing time in the first 4 or 5 games, but he emerged his way into becoming third liner, second liner early on in the year, and now he's up top on that first line with the 2 captains. Just unbelievable work so far from him.
I mean, with that speed, that's definitely well-deserved first line player right there, Keegan.
That one popped right in the crease again, and it's going to come out. And that will be an icing. Very close. That almost died down. Coach Snyder, again on the Somerset-Berkley bench, not too happy about it.
Well, we saw this a few minutes ago in the earlier half of the first period. There were a lot of icings from Dighton Rehoboth Seekonk, and then a lot of zone time for Somerset-Berkley. So we'll see if the Falcons can generate some offense here in the offensive zone, as they're going to need it as they trail by 1.
Connor Dexter nearly turned over to Cam McKenna. Govin couldn't beat Evan Sylvia to the puck, and Sylvia will start the rush the other way. He's in the zone. Finds Lush on the right side. Lush holds it up, tried to send it into the middle. McKenna knocks it forward to Stafford. Stafford on the left side, trying to work against Van Barenwick this time. Comes around, Dexter will beat McKenna to it. Lofted up, heads up on the bench. And I think Liam DeRocher got that one. He did off the board and did the exaggerated windmill that we like to see afterwards. So good work there from the senior on the bench. Maybe come back for a 5th year after Brandon and Madden leave. Can compete for a goaltending spot as well with Gavin, but Liam DeRocher's been another great player for Somerset-Berkley so far this season. And he's on the puck now. Nate Mello sends it past Adam Bastos. Rothwell leaves it for DeRocher. Squirts out for Brett Axon. Axon is in by Gonzalez. Axon tried to feed it across, and good stuff there from Mason Sullivan. And another 2-on-1 the other way. Oh, and Rothwell tapped it too far ahead of himself. He would have had Nate Mello on the right side. DeRocher picks it up. Tried to send it across. It wasn't there. DeRocher back on it again. Across. Rothwell couldn't find the puck. Sullivan taking a low shot, saved by Bastos. The rebound on his right side. Mello, the junior, gets to it first. Spins around, and it'll stay in the zone for the moment. Rothwell, good job to keep the pressure alive. That one hit the post off the helmet. Bastos covers it. That close for the lead to be doubled for the Raiders. Now, while we have a second, we'll get into the next games for both of these teams. For DRS, they're going to be going to Greater New Bedford Vogue. That'll be Monday at 8 p.m. They take on the Bears, who have yet to win a game this season. And then Somerset-Berkley, they're also taking on New Bedford in their next game. That'll be Wednesday at the Driscoll Arena, 6 p.m. game. Almeida across, trying to find Sylvia. Hit off a skate in the middle. Follow-up try, knocked away by Silva, right in front of the DRS bench. Almeida walks in, takes the shot. Silva got a save. This is Lush. Diallo off Mello's skate. Tap out of the zone by Messier, and we got another one-on-one. Dexter's back defensively. Messier sticked away by Bastos. Lush up. He was in front of that red line, so no icing. Once again tapped up. Bastos wants that icing, didn't get it. Rothwell around. Diallo trying to shove him off, excuse me. Mello gets back to it, and that one might have hit behind Bastos. Marcos at the line, saved by Bastos, and he covers up the rebound. And DeRocher with some extracurricular activity against the freshman, letting the play of a guy 3 grades below him get in the way of that.
You got to expect it in a tight game like this, a tight rivalry game. Tensions have got to be growing high on both sides.
Face off on the right side of Sam Bastos. I apologize for anybody watching if I keep slipping up so many times. I've been broadcasting all school break long. I've done, I think, maybe 24, 25 games. My voice is about to be gone. I'm going to need some medicine. This is not going to be an icing. Brett Axon's going to try to win the race against Gabe Gonzalez. Gonzalez has the angle. Axon trying to find it. Mason Sullivan overskated it. Booth in front, and he fanned on it. All of the fans on the right side of us were up on their feet for that one.
Sullivan makes the move. Cannot catch a break tonight, Booth. That's probably his third attempt right there. Great quality scoring a chance that he just can't capitalize on.
And here's Booth again, 3-on-2. Bastos is on the left side. Booth blocked down by Sullivan. Sylvia off the boards and by Van Varenwyk with 5 minutes to go in this period. 20 minutes to go in the game. This has not been as high scoring as we've seen previous matchups so far. Anything can change though. Stafford to Sullivan in the middle. Sullivan, a shot blocked down by Blenkush. Gonzalez around for Aaron Preston. Backhand up high, and it's covered. Oh boy, Carter Sylvia was right there. Might have had a doorstep chance on it if it just squirted free for another 2 seconds.
That puck is bouncing all over the place, Sale Keegan. It looks like a ping pong ball out there.
Now the history between these two teams, it's mostly been road team dominated. Somerset-Berkley, though, has won the last 4. Stafford again on Bastos. He'll stick it aside on his left. McKenna to Messier. Does a move by Almeida. Messier going to walk into the circle, and that's gloved by Sam Bastos. And Sam Bastos is probably at the end of this period. Again, we're not keeping track of the saves, but if he gets at least 7 saves in this period, he's going to be at 300 on the season. Brandon Silva, coming into today, only had 117. He also hasn't played every single game. There were 2 full games where he didn't play. This is Evelyn Crane, again, one of the 2 girls on this team. Turned over to McKenna. Takes the low shot, blocked down. And Sylvia trying to find Almeida. Stafford makes the move. Got it on frame again. Comes out, Messier, holding. Looked like he was trying to feed it across. Messier again enters the zone. It's onside. Messier blocked down. Marcos had to be careful. He could have tripped up and Sylvia would have been the other way with it. Marcos will send it cross ice. And that is Crane off her skate. Almeida fans, but gets it up. And that should be an icing, and it will be. 3:32 to go. So we already mentioned what DRS, their season results have been like. Let's go to Somerset-Berkley now. They started out Prenda Cup round 1, 4-0 win against the Pontiac. Then they ended up losing that Prenda Cup final, but since it went into overtime and then eventually a shootout, goes into arbiter and their standings as a draw. 2 straight wins against New Bedford and a Pontiac. Then a tough loss at Taunton, which was the first time since before the pandemic where they lost a regular season game by 2 or more goals. And then 3 straight wins now against Old Rochester, DRS, and then Bourne. That one, Bastos got it on frame again. Booth trying to work against DeRocher on the side. Everybody in the corner towards that net, and everybody up here trying to figure out where that puck is. Everybody glancing their heads. Axon knocked off by Gonzalez. Bastos trying to find it. Nate Mello does, and it's going to be another 2-on-1 the other way with Jack Rothwell. Mello takes the shot. Saved by Bastos up high on the blocker.
This kid just continues to bail this team out here tonight. Another phenomenal save there from Sam Bastos.
DeRocher wins the faceoff against Axon, and it'll be sent around. Mason Sullivan walking up, couldn't get to it, and it'll come out of the zone. DeRocher does a spin and got back to the puck. Bastos too far for Axon. Sent up for Nate Mello again to Jack Rothwell. Rothwell wristing it, saved by Bastos, follow-up try. Mello slaps it, oh, and Bastos might have gotten a touch on that one. Comes in again, Bastos sticks it aside. And it's going to fall out of the zone, and Gabe Gonzalez will get to it first. Cross ice pass, Van Varenwyk knocks it down. Sullivan steps forward. That is not offside, says the referee. Sullivan blockered up and out of play. And a good round of applause from both fan sections up here after that good sequence.
Yeah, I think you got to respect the goaltending on both sides, whether you're an away fan or a home fan. These goaltenders have stood on their heads here tonight.
That one hit the netting. I think that was Connor Dexter just trying to get it out off the glass. Said it's going to be another face-off in the DRS end. Now, inactives for Somerset-Berkley today. It is Logan Rose, Lucas Machado, who are the two guys in the suits on that end boards right by the other corner on the left side of Sam Bastis. And also Hunter Shelton is also unavailable tonight. And for DRS, I don't want to get too much into what's going on. There's been some rumors spreading around, but there is no Brady Fitzpatrick tonight and no Cooper Fitzpatrick on the bench for a goaltender in case something would happen. Stafford walks in. Stafford backhand across the shot, saved by Bassis. Rebound try. Didn't get on frame. Oh boy.
That is just incredible defensive effort.
Oh, and Stafford knocks down Evan Sylvia on that one. And we're going to have an icing called on this one.
That was an incredible second effort by the Falcons defense. You got to have that second effort mentality. And now, Silva's
that's Evan Sylvia who's down
on the ice.
And yet Snyder putting his hands up, asking for a penalty, even though Stafford was the guy who knocked down the DRS player.
You can't ask for an embellishment player if a guy's seriously hurt on the ice, though. That's what he's trying to look for there. He's definitely not happy on that bench, though.
And if that is Evan Sylvia, I believe it is, because I think I see the 1 and the 6 on his jersey. He's not a guy that's going to embellish, fake an injury, trying to get a power play for their team.
No, I met that kid before. He's my cousin-in-law's nephew. He's a one tough kid. He's a tough cookie.
DRS trainer doing a good job checking him out. He's been involved with a couple of injuries. He was out there for the game against Apponequa where we had an injured player. So I think we're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back, 1:25 to go in the second. And you're watching DRS Hockey on YouTube and on our Berkeley Community Access TV. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here at the Village in Attleboro, and Evan Sylvia being helped off the ice by his trainer and teammate Adam Bass. Just nothing you ever want to see. And you got the Somerset players on their knees, too. These are guys that they all play club hockey with each other. They've all been around, known each other for many years. But no penalty is going to come on any side of this, but it is going to be a face-off in the Somerset-Berkley zone.
I'm not sure what you saw, Keegan. That looked like it might have been a direct hit to the head there on Evans. Silva.
Oh, boy, Stafford hustles to the puck, and it's covered by Bassis.
Looked like it might have been direct contact to the head there, and that earlier hit on Evan Silva that took him out of that play. Oh, we hope he's okay. Oh, he is?
Turn right back over. Stafford had it blocked down right in front by Dexter. Oh, and we got another big hit on the side. They're going to blow it dead. Snyder is not happy again. Come on. You've got a guy who going down, and it's good that Blenkush is back up and on his feet. And I know you have the puck in the zone, but you're complaining about when a guy might be seriously hurt, and you're putting the arms up.
I hate to be controversial here on Snyder, but I think he's got to control his voice here before someone gets seriously hurt.
Well, Somerset-Berkley, they've always taken the physical approach. And I think it's a little bit of an opposite with DRS now. Somerset-Berkley, when they started out the year, they were taking 8, 9, 10 penalties a game. But that's calmed down. DRS, at least so far today, besides Brett Axons, they've learned from those mistakes. And it's mostly been Fitzpatrick and Bastis that were taking those penalties. Sullivan, good move to keep it in by Axon. Sullivan down low, across, and Stafford couldn't get the shot away. DeRocher walks behind, has Sullivan. Back to the line to Stafford, over, Gonzalez, mishit it. Van Varenwyk has Booth forward if he can spring it to him, and it's in the bench and out of play with 30.1 seconds to go. Garvin wins it. Stafford, low shot, blocked off of Garvin's skate. Aiden Booth the other way with it. Stafford was ready to make a hit on the board if Booth was going to head all the way over. That one sent around. Dexter holds it in. 15 to go. Dexter blocked down by DeRocher. Garvin couldn't get it out. Sent in deep. Booth's going to get to it first. Has Bastis. Try to get it to him. Comes out of the zone. No icing. And unless Somerset-Berkley can get to this puck, that's going to be how the second period ends. 2 seconds. 1 second. There is the horn. 30 minutes. Great hockey. Still only Aaron Preston's goal. That's the only difference in this game. 1-0 Raiders. 15 minutes to go. We'll be right back. We have 15 minutes to go until a winner's going to be crowned, or we might have some extra time too. Only a 1-goal game, 1-0 Somerset-Berkley. Again, Aaron Preston, only goal so far today. Get an update on those save count for you. We got Sam Bastis unofficially at 42 saves and Brandon Silva at 17. Again, if you're watching on our DRS Hockey on YouTube channel or on our Berkeley Community Access TV, we do thank you for watching. Great crowd here. Again, Brady Fontaine is on color commentary. Grant Flood is running our camera. Matt Brangiaforti, Emily Markey, our stats people. Third period underway once again. Raiders in blue, DRS in white.
It's a good sign to see Sylvia back on the ice for the Falcons. We'll send an apology out to him, as I did mispronounce his name a couple times earlier.
Hey, it's all good. We're all having a good time, so that's all that matters, even if you mispronounce it. People will tell you I've mispronounced 50,000 names over my career. So we're all good. Sam Bastis gets the first save of this third period. And he's going to have the face-off on his left side. Gonzalez gets it. That one is blocked down right in front. Oh, and Garvin is down right now, struggling to get back up. Booth in the zone. Leaves it. The shot blockered away. And they finally blow it dead.
Snyder wanted that earlier, but I believe the rule is the team whose player's down is going to have possession for the whistle to blow.
This is not good if you're a Somerset-Berkley fan. Luke Garvin, the captain on the team, the true definition of heart over height, is walking off and going behind right now. He is stung up.
Took a tough collision there, Keegan. I think he went directly to the leg there. It looks like he's grabbing his leg.
Yeah, he collided with Cam McKenna. I think he took the shot to his leg and then he stumbled over McKenna, so that didn't help.
He took a shot to his back or his leg and then he stumbled into his own player.
Gabe Gonzalez knocked off by Evan Sylvia. Mello across. Rothwell onside. Rothwell. That one went wide. Bastis never got a touch on it. Sullivan turned over. This is Booth walking away. Another 2-on-1 with Sylvia. Booth holding, takes the shot, and another good save by Brandon Silva. 18th save of the game for the Raiders netminder.
I think he could have slid that pass over there to Sylvia Booth.
Somerset-Berkley, especially defensively, they've done their homework. DRS usually, hold on a second. They usually, on a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 counter break the other way, usually the man who runs away with it is the one who takes the shot, not really a pass across. And that one was a shot that got blocked across off the netting and out of play right behind to where the barn is in the Sports Village complex. Now, talk about DRS for a second. They're down one. The obvious pick would be Adam Bastos because he's got 11 goals. Who are you looking on to equalize this game or get some sort of momentum back into it?
I'll take a goal for anyone at this point. See, it's high game. I think physicality, too. Berkeley showed some physicality in the second period late. I think the Falcons might want to up physicality to generate some momentum.
2 saves on that sequence from Bastos as Pimento got it on frame twice. That's probably going to be the save of the game so far. Messier in the zone, holding it. Save by Bastos, rebound try, and that one went wide on the side for Aaron Preston. That one is tapped up by Seth Almeida, but DRS is just going to do a line change and not chase the puck. Back across it goes for Messier, turned over. Sylvia couldn't get to it, and we get another 3-on-2. Aaron Preston to Govin. Govin blocked down. Preston beats Dexter to the puck. Preston trying to make a spin move, pops right out. Govin fanned on it. And Sylvia got it away to Aiden Booth. 12.5 to go in regulation. Booth knocked off the puck by Messier. Comes right back out. Bastos roofed it, and that one might have hit a stick too on the way. Held in. Dexter off Messier. Follow up. Bastos, a good move, and couldn't get the shot on net.
That's another one right there. Just trying to get too cute with the puck. Trying to get too fancy. The simpler play is what beats the defense to get that shot on net.
Sullivan. With Dexter cutting it off. Stafford's going to hold it in at the line. Takes it looking for a deflection from Govin. Goes around behind the net on the left side. Evan Sylvia can't get it out. Gonzalez, yep, it did come out. That's why the delayed offside arm is up. Booth will send it in deep, and that is going to be an icing just barely by about a foot or two. So 11:38 to go. And what is turning out to be a pretty phenomenal game. Bastos will have the face-off on his right, and Luke Govin wins it. Stafford turn over to Van Varenwyk, over to Lush, can't get it out of the zone. Stafford the backhand in deep. Van Varenwyk had the angle. McKenna finds it. McKenna will go around against Connor Dexter, 6-on-6. Dexter poked it free. Stafford going the other way now with Almeida. Almeida on the left, around the net, into the middle, Axon! Oh, and he overskated it. It was off the end of his stick. Stafford got a touch. Bastos is going to cover. Oh boy, that one squirted out right in front for Brett Axon. There was a defender there, but another golden chance for DRS.
He's not happy about that one. That one's going to sting here. 1-goal game, chance to tie that. You can see he's physically frustrated there, sitting on the bench.
Good spin move that time from Liam Blenkush. Turnover. Rothwell in front, trying to knock Crane off the puck. Goes down low. Nate Mello in front. Save made by Bastos. Mello has DeRocher. That's where he goes. And another good save by Sam Bastos as it cannot be poked in by DeRocher.
Talk about a timely save. That is the definition of a timely save right there from Sam Bastos. I think he's got an equipment issue here.
Yep, I think a strap came loose on one of the pads. It looks like the left pad.
Looks like the padding.
Yeah, might have been one of those straps, I think. Also got one of our people to the right of us thinking it could be equipment, which is what a pad is.
I know the Falcons fans are definitely holding their breaths here, hoping that it's not an injury for Sam Bastis, as he has kept them in this game, standing on his head all night long.
No, it's definitely not an injury to Sam, but the question becomes, if it's going to take a while to fix it, do you put another goaltender in, try to make a few saves? And we got two backups that are on the bench, Brady DeRoche and Nate Minosh, who are both sophomores, as Cooper Fitzpatrick is not dressed for today's game.
I don't think you would put a backup in, Keegan. I don't think, even with the ability to do that, I don't think it's a smart choice there. You don't want to take Sam Bastis out of his groove here.
Well, Sam's back in, so looks like everything was resolved.
I think it was his left or right pad. One of those pads, the strap came undone. Looked like that was the issue.
10:38 to go. The Raiders fans on our left making the noise right now in the building. And not a lot of noise from the DRS faithful tonight. This is, I would say, the best atmosphere in the South Coast Conference. Somerset-Berkley's probably second. Not much to cheer about. Maybe they can get something to cheer about here. Booth tumbled down by Mello. Gonna come out for Dexter, who didn't get to it. And we're gonna have another 2-on-1 the other way. Rothwell with Mello on the left. Rothwell to Mello, and he couldn't fish it out of his skate. And Dexter got tripped off the puck. Nothing called.
I
And
think
another
he was-
doorstep tip would not go.
Not to step on your throat there, Keegan, but I think he was tripped there. No call. Falcons crowd not happy about that.
That was very close to a penalty. No arm went up. Dexter off the glove of Rothwell, comes out of the zone. Booth in the middle trying to find Adam Bastis. Got it on the second attempt. He'll dump it in deep, and DRS will do a line change. This is Adam Marcos now to Liam DeRocher with Rothwell on the right. DeRocher holding, shooting off the glass, follow-up from Mello, has to get it on the backhand, gets it to Messier at the line, wristing it, blocked away off the stick of Brett Axon. Lush now trying to get it out. DeRocher keeps it in on a spin move. Axon finds it first, gets it over to Seth Almeida, one-on-one. Almeida stumbled, here he is, Seth Almeida! Couldn't get the shot away. Axon couldn't fish that puck free.
Almeida was reaching there for that one, Keegan. I don't know if he was hooked there. And there was just another no call there against Somerset-Berkley that could have generated a power play for the Falcons.
Colin Lush on the side with 9 minutes to go. Same thing as it just happened a minute ago. Just dump it in deep, do a line change, but Axon gets to it. It started up the other way by DeRocher to Rothwell. Went behind, and Booth picks it up. Knocked off by Nate Mello, and we got a penalty coming up, and DRS is going to go to the power play. Or we might have had a late stumble too. It's going to be a trip. And it is Nate Mello going to the box for the Raiders. Golden chance now for DRS to tie this game.
You got that right. There's a golden chance on that power play. They've been a strong power play team all year long too, this DRS squad. Now, we'll see how the power play is affected without Brady Fitzpatrick in the lineup tonight, as he's a key player on the power play for this Falcons team.
And you got a great combination of forwards to go with it too if you're DRS, but tired lungs, tired legs, they need something big. Booth gets it over to Bastis, takes the shot, and that's saved by Silva. Follow-up try is behind the net. Sylvia finds it, backhand around. Dexter will get to it first. As Bastis at the point, that's where he goes, walks into the middle. Backhand over, turnover, and a shorthanded chance to double the lead. Kean Stafford, saved by Bastis. Oh, boy. Well, Kean Stafford found a little bit of space to walk forward, but Sam Bastis said no.
They got to up communication or something there for DRS. That could have been a costly turnover. They're lucky their goalie bailed them out there.
He's been doing it all game long. Bastis comes off, Blenkush is on. Blenkush gets the puck, 1:25 on the power play. He sends it off the boards. Gonzalez has the angle. Blocked down. Evan Sylvia's in. Sylvia move. Sylvia still going with it. Sylvia! And he couldn't get it into the middle for Blenkush. Knocked down. Dexter follow up wide. Sylvia again and Axon. And we got a whistle and the net is off its pegs.
Well, you were talking about this home crowd being quiet earlier a couple minutes ago, Keegan.
Oh,
they're definitely making some noise now. So they try to give this home team some momentum here on the power play. Late in this one as they trail by 1.
That one hit off the skate of either Brett Axon or Luke Garvin. Stafford gets it by Adam Bastos, and now what do we got? And I don't know what that was. Did they say it went out of play? I don't think it did. I think it went off the board.
I think they said the puck was played with a high stick is what one of the linesmen just signaled there.
Wow.
Which would put the face-off inside the offensive zone for the Falcons.
And that's where it is. So you're probably right on that one. Axon got it away. Gonzalez turn over to Sylvia. Wristing it low. Save, rebound, chance. Couldn't get poked in. Aiden Booth at the blue line, 50 seconds to go. Redirected, tip save by Silva, and the net is off the line again.
And
an extra shove from Brandon Silva. That was intentional.
Be called there. Hate to be biased there, but the officials have got to call that after the whistle. A cross check from behind. Dexter wants a call. I think he's going to get one here, Keegan. That puck looked loose, too, when they blew the whistle. I think he got a little whistle happy. Might have lost sight of the puck, and no penalty is going to be called there.
Yeah, Dexter looked like it was going to the box. But
that is insane.
That one is cleared out by Somerset-Berkley.
I don't know how you can't call a penalty on that.
I'll tell you what, Brandon Silva, he's a great friend of mine. And although technically not supposed to be rooting for Somerset-Berkley anymore, he's a great friend, but I'm sorry, that was intentional what he did after the play against Dexter. Here's Sylvia. In the middle, blocked down. Booth holds it in. Good reach of the stick. Here's Bastos. Got by Mason Sullivan. Bastos spins away from traffic. It's Dexter down low. Switches to the forehand. Back to Bastos. 5 seconds on the power play. They got to go quick. Booth across. Bastos goes back on the other side, and it is going to come out of the zone. And DeRocher might be able to get it to Mello. Instead, Booth is going to cut it off. Play it off the side. DeRocher gets to it. Right in front, not there. Mello back on it. Dexter helps get it out. 6:20 to go. Messier, glove down by Bastos. And he'll cover for a face-off.
I'm not sure if it was your good friend there, Sylvia, the netminder for Somerset-Berkley, who threw the cheap shot on Dexter. I think it might have been a defender.
And again, I said it, Brandon is a nice guy off the ice. He's somebody you want to talk to, but on the ice, different change of emotion. And that's everybody, though. But you can't be doing that because you're just going to ignite the flame even more. Messier unable to hold it in. Looked like he re-entered the zone, but it's going to be onside. Falls behind. Rothwell backhand into the middle, knocked off by Lush. And they're going to start a counter the other way with Almeida on the left side and Van Varenwyk on the right. Lush gets it away. Van Varenwyk, Blenkush at the line. Down low past Lush. And Seth Almeida is going to get to it first. Sends it behind. This is Lush. Diallo. Low shot blocked. Mello gets it away to Rothwell. Rothwell in. Shot saved by Bastos. And Blenkush gets to it first. Stafford gets right back on it. Van Varenwyk with the angle. Gets it out of the zone, and everybody's got to get back. Mello waits for everybody. Lush sends it up. All it takes is one goal in the final 5-10 from either side. And the story is going to change. Messier in. Takes the low shot, and that is gloved by Sam Bastos.
You got that right, Keegan. The next goal is going to be the difference maker in this game.
And that's either way, because if it's Somerset, it doubles the lead pretty close to the end, and if it's DRS, you're going to tie the game, and you're going to have all the momentum in this crowd on your side the whole way through.
If it's Somerset, it makes it more likely that they come away with a win here tonight, and if it's DR, the home crowd's going to ride with them the rest of the way through this game.
Evelyn Crane got it up, not forward. Bastos. Now it falls for Dexter behind Sam Bastos' net. Question's going to be coming in a few minutes. Definitely not yet. When do you pull Sam Bastos? They did not pull him in the game against Somerset-Berkley when that was a 2-goal game. Bastos knocked off the puck. There's nothing going to be called on that. I think that's an okay call.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It looked like a cleaner hit there. Fans wanted a call, but
there's just
I'm going to
more of a
opt for
stumble.
that was the right call there. No call. DRS bench not happy. They got to keep their heads in this one, though.
Govin will take the face-off against Brett Axon. Axon walked forward with it, and another tie-up. Falls for Stafford in the middle. Low shot, saved by Bastos. The rebound down on his side, and it's tapped out by Evelyn Crane. Evan Sylvia trying to get in there and help out. Still loose in the area. It's tapped out of the zone. Crane again. Gonna walk forward in. Crane. Oh, looked like almost a slew foot almost. Axon across. Here's Booth. Takes the shot. It's blocked down by Gonzalez. Axon makes a hit on the side. Here's Crane. Down low again, and Booth couldn't hold it in. Sam Bastos way out of the net and sends it in the bench.
Almost hit his younger brother with that shot.
Heads up at him on the bench.
I think Sam would have rather had that shot coming in. He's got more padding on him as a goaltender.
And we are going to have a stoppage. We are going to have a timeout called by DRS. 3:38 to go. And we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. 3:38 to go, and this game is going to have another great finish to it. 1-0 Somerset-Berkley. The face-off is going to be in the DRS end. There's still a chance, and look at that message right behind Sam Bastos' net. In the words of Coach Ketta, if there is a will, there is always a way. No Brady Fitzpatrick on the ice to help you out, but there is always a way to find a spark. This is Mello behind. Tried to feed it in front for Jack Rothwell, not there. Bastos sends down DeRocher. The puck is still loose. Dexter sends it around. Going to be too far for Brett Axon. Gabe Gonzalez holds it in, sends it down low. Mello, Rothwell saved by Bastos. Sticks it aside for his brother Adam. It's turned back over. Rothwell to DeRocher with Gonzalez calling for it. And Bastos makes another save on that wrist shot.
You got to push for offense if you're DRS right here. 3:12 left. You're down 1.
Rothwell finds space in the middle. Low shot blocked down by Dexter. Blenkush trying to help get it out. Booth couldn't. Sullivan, and he takes the shot. It's up high. It's loose, and Bastos covers.
You got to stay strong defensively, and you got to push for offense.
Tell you right now, DRS, they have to get out of the zone. If they want any chance to pull Sam Bastos, I think your main focus is get a group of guys with fresh legs out there. Just get it out, and then you can work with the puck with the extra man up. Here's Blenkush tripped up, and no arm goes up, and Blenkush with a good hit on the side against Luke Govin. Sylvia gets it out of the zone, got by Messier. Booth in a race against Marcos. The big guy had the angle on it, and he gets forward with the puck. Gets it across to Kean Stafford with McKenna on his right. Stafford saved by Bastos and a dangerous rebound behind. Adam Bastos up to Evan Sylvia into the middle. Here's Aiden Booth. Booth with Sylvia. Booth tried to feed it across, and Marcos with a big defensive play again. Garvin, turnover, gonna fall behind Messier against Adam Bastos now, and Messier with the spin. Got it on his stick, and it's gonna come out of the zone. Dexter in the back with 2 minutes to go. It's blocked down. Dexter again sends it up. And that is going to be no icing. It's waved off at the last second. Marcos to Stafford, just going to send it up, and this is going to be an icing with 1 minute and 46 seconds to go. And if you're Coach Fechtow, what do? You pull him now or keep him in for a little bit longer? Looks like they're going to keep him in. Droscher. Axon walks forward with it. Axon up, and that hit the netting. That only took 3 seconds off the clock. Another tie-up on the face-off. Lush poked it free. Almeida on the side. Dexter at the line, wristing it. Blocked up high, and it hits the net. And they're going to keep the face-off in the zone. 1:33 to go. And Coach Snyder is going to call a timeout for Somerset-Berkley. And we are going to take it to 93 seconds to go. We will be right back. 1:33 to go in the biggest game of the year here at the Village. And Sam Bastos right now is still on the ice in that huddle. And Evan Sylvia is going to go to the bench. Sam Bastos will stay put. Booth, Axon, Bastos are your forwards. Blenkush and Dexter are your defensemen. If you want this game more, you're going to need it now. Somerset-Berkley wins the faceoff, and it's lofted up, and it's going to die down. And it's going to be an icing. Oh, the Somerset-Berkley bench does not like that one. And I think if I was rooting for Somerset-Berkley, I wouldn't either. I don't think that was an icing.
I think there's going to be a penalty, too. Yeah, there is. This is a time to pull the goalie of your DRS. I think they're calling a hook here. Maybe a bench minor.
It is Liam DeRocher going to the box. Oh, boy.
No signal from the official on what the call was there. I'm not sure what that was.
And they're still keeping Sam Bastos in the net. Okay. Power play chance for DRS.
They're going 5-on-5 here, I think.
So this might be one of those, maybe a 10-minute misconduct where it doesn't take anything off. Bastos blocked down. Dexter pops up in the air. It's gloved down. Axon couldn't get it forward. Dexter backhand. Marcos on it. Going to send it in deep, and that's going to be on frame. So no icing. Sam Bastos can't leave yet. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. Stafford will keep it in the zone for the moment. Blenkush does a hit on the side. And this is going to be Brett Axon walking it up. There goes Sam Bastos. The net is empty. Axon in the zone. Backhand, forehand, whiffed on the shot, and Garvin sends it up. And that is going to go all the way down for an icing with 46.9 to go.
This is going to be the biggest end of a biggest final minute we've had all year for the Falcons.
All comes down to who wins this face-off. Bastos couldn't keep it in. Mason Sullivan with the angle. Sullivan, and DRS might be done for again.
That about seals this one, Keegan.
$14-19 will be the time of that goal for Mason Sullivan. That is his 8th goal of the season. It doubles the Raiders' lead. Marcos off the boards. Blenkush tied up in a skate. 32 to go. Garvin trying to get it up. Lush couldn't find the puck. And we had a trip up right in the middle. Nothing called. Here's Dexter going to walk forward in the zone. Gets it to Seth Almeida. On frame, Silva pads it aside. Sylvia comes out of the zone. 10 seconds to go. And the Raiders are going to hold it in the back. And this 2.5 season-long run is going to continue into 2025 for Somerset-Berkley. The Raiders, for the 5th consecutive time, have beaten DRS. And all you got to think about now is what could have been for Sam Bastos, and probably the best game of his career here.
Well, you got to push to win the remainder of the games you got left of your DRS if you want a chance at that league title.
Handshake lines going on. It is going to be a very tough locker room to be in for DRS, and it's going to be an energetic locker room and bus ride back for Somerset-Berkley. The Raider faithful here on our left, giving their team a well-deserved round of applause. It wasn't easy. It took about 65 shots on goal. But the Raiders on the road prevailed. And a celebratory goalie hug from Madden Huck and Brandon Silva right in front to boot. So that is going to do it for our coverage. Again, we'll thank everybody in 1 second because I wrote down everybody's names and I'm going to forget them all in a second. So that was Brady Fontaine on color commentary. You did a phenomenal job, Brady, and I'm sure we'll be having you back on for a couple more games this year. Grant Flood ran our camera today. As always, good job. Matt Branger 40, Emily Markey were our stats people today. Good job to both of them. Final time tonight, I'm Keegan Hamlet signing off, wishing you the best. Have a good night.